we got a delivery.
Lettuce, snails, aphids and mildew. We'll definitely have problems with that.
Wait, Dad, look what I got.
Oh, what do you got there? Ah, the Little Veggie Patch. I've been expecting a delivery. So I've got a planting calendar, so I don't plant at the wrong time. And I've got, purple carrots. I've got romanesco broccoli. I've got purple cabbage. I've got kale, the Dwarf blue variety. And I've got Swiss chard, rainbow. How cool is that? Help me unpack the planting calendar, Allegra.
Sure.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
It's got a colour map over here with the different climate zones across the country. And it looks like we're subtropical. And it's got all the different types of plants and then when you actually plant them. And those coloured dots correspond to the different temperature zones in Australia. And all the orange ones are subtropical. And they can be planted across most of the year. Very cool. Every type of plant you can imagine. Well, we'll have fun with that. So, this is the Swiss chard, and according to the information on the back of the pack, you can plant it anytime in zone 3, which is subtropical. And then the Dwarf blue kale. When can that be planted? Subtropical zone, anywhere from March to December. And the Savoy purple cabbage. It can be planted from April to September. And the romanesco broccoli. It's okay to be planted from March to July. And finally, the really vivid cosmic purple carrot. It's alright to be planted in zone 3 from March to November. So we can plant all of these right now.
Let's get planting, homegrown Aussie veg.
So, before we get along and plant, I thought we'd just do a quick garden tour of what's happening here, nearly towards the end of autumn in Australia. So we have this raised bed garden, and it has lettuce, it has silver beet, broccoli, cauliflower, and a few different things, and also a tomato plant, which is probably on its last legs, but nevertheless still setting fruit and going okay. I have it trellised up a piece of cord which is tied to the washing line. Then I've got what's called the brassicas box. I have some bambino broccoli, I have purple sprouting broccoli, and I have purple cauliflower, which should be very interesting. And here I have purple running beans. They look absolutely beautiful. They have this wonderful, really pretty purple flower. And they develop these purple beans. And that's just starting to become full of beans. We'll be picking those shortly. Its time is probably coming towards the end as we head into winter. And here I've got peas that are running up a trellis. and they're a winter crop, so they'll survive the winter. And here I've got some dwarf bush beans, and they look like they will be developing some beans very shortly. And over here I have two different types of tomato plants, still setting fruit, but the days are numbered as we come into the cooler weather. As you can see, with all the little yellow flowers, there's still a little bit of time left, but the foliage has definitely died back a little bit. And this is my square foot pot garden, which is still in development, and we've got a few plants that are in seedling trays, and they're almost ready to plant. So we've got some more beetroot, and we've got some more purple sprouting broccoli which are going in. We've got some kale, Russian red kale. I'm really looking forward to that. And we've got more kale in a bucket. We've got more beetroot in a bucket, and we've got several different types of carrot. And then over here we have some parsley, which is going very well. This is all started from seed. And in here we've got some rainbow chard, another small tomato plant which was planted out of season really, and some more things that are starting. That's coming along well, and we'll see those in more videos. And this here is my raised bed garden, and it has silver beet, which is doing really well. It has also got some salad beets, which have this lovely purple vein through them. Oh, I've got something latched onto that. Oh, some sort of bug. Get that out. I don't like the bugs here at Homegrown Aussie Veg. So that's doing really well, and we're actually harvesting from that now. So we'll be planting into this raised bed garden. I actually broke down a pallet and built this last weekend. It's pretty average, but it's going to get the job done. And I've put some cardboard in there to suppress the weeds. I did take the tape off. If you're ever using cardboard, make sure you take anything plastic, including tape, packaging tape for example. Take it off before you actually use it. We've had a good amount of rain, which has actually got that cardboard sunken down a little bit and able to flatten out. And here is what we're going to be using. We've got 4 bags of this Osmocote vegetable and herb mix, which will really get things going. So the first thing we have to do is put the garden soil mix in the raised bed garden. Here's my gardening assistant. Hello, how you going?
Good. What are you doing here?
Well, what we have to do is put the garden soil here in the raised bed garden. This is the one I built.
Oh, did you make
pallets.
this?
I made this garden bed, yeah, from pallets. Alright, so that's 3. I think that's
Very stylish scissors.
I know, aren't they? And get the job done. Now, I'll get a shovel and spread that out a little bit.
Hello, Homegrown Aussie Veg viewers. Definitely don't whack me with my hand.
Actually, this is pretty good, this stuff.
It is.
You can already see some of the fungus.
What
that
fungus?
helps. Well, fungus can help. That's, yeah. Haven't you heard that? It's really good. I actually think that you can do with one more.
Can I help tip it in? What?
I'll cut the sound of it anyway. Yeah, you can. Alright.
Can I tip that in?
Yep.
Thank you.
My gardening assistant is going to help with this last bag. That's the 5th bag that we'll go through. Yep, keep shaking it out. That's the way. Yep, keep going until it's all out of the bag. Brilliant. And then you just get the shovel and kind of spread that out a little bit. Actually get there's little bits of grass on that shovel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure we don't want that going into the garden bed.
Because it can sprout and...
Well, you don't know. Yeah, that's right. You don't.
And
The idea of a raised bed is to avoid things like weeds and pests.
yeah. I actually didn't want to do this video, but then I thought, oh, why not? Because my muscles need training.
Yeah, if it's good enough for Marty and Carin,
He's old.
hey?
Marty's old. Tell him I said that. I called him
Marty's garden's good. He's good. He's got cool stuff like chickens and worms.
old. Chickens and worms.
And he's also growing in a subtropical zone just like us, so we should be able to reproduce some
He
of the
lives on
things
the
that...
east coast of
Yeah,
where we are. We're not like...
he's on the mid-north coast of New South Wales.
I shouldn't say our
And-
address because safety reasons, but
And we're on the central coast.
I'm just going to say we live in the same state.
Yeah. No, we've learned a lot from Marty's garden.
Fill in the corners there.
So hopefully he likes our video. We kind of stole a few ideas
There we
from
go.
him, didn't we?
There we go.
Okay.
That's
Alright,
good.
that's good. Okay, so we'll just see if I can get that out again. You know what? I'm actually thinking it might need this last bag.
Maybe hit a bigger hole next time.
Yeah, it's going to need the last bag here. Which is a bit of a shame because
Ooh.
use that bag. What?
Again.
Huh?
A little earthquake. That's nice. Look how big
Pop
this
that-
is.
yeah, pop that in
Look
the-
how big that is. Look how big it is, guys.
Yep, we'll break it up.
Is that cupcakes? Chocolate. Mmm, yummy chocolate, nutritious. I'll take a and make cookies with
yeah.
it.
You don't want to eat that. You can definitely eat the plants.
Grow in it, yeah.
Flatten that out a little bit.
This
Yeah,
is a
that's
very
better.
good angle.
That's better.
I don't know what happened with my hand.
Yeah.
There's dirt on the edges. Excuse me, that's not what a gardener does.
Oh, okay. We're tidying up.
This is more like it.
And the worms that are already in the ground will come and eat that cardboard.
There's no worms in that, mate.
Oh no, there is in the ground because there's no barrier between the garden bed and the ground except for the cardboard, and the worms will eat that, and they'll turn it into fertilizer. How good's that?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we've prepared our raised bed garden for planting. Okay, so we're going to plant the Swiss chard, the kale, the cabbage and the broccoli. I think the Swiss chard first at the back, so we'll create some little divots to put the seedlings. Seeds are going here. We'll just drop those seeds in there and then cover them over. Not particularly straight these lines are. Alright. First up, I think the Swiss chard. We'll go up the back because it's going to get big. We don't want to have it block out the sun for any of the others. Good work. That's cool. Swiss chard. Here we go. These are seed clusters. Spacing out about 15 centimeters apart. We might need to here a little bit. Just do one row. And there's some more left later on, so we can have a second crop. We might put some in a pot. Then I reckon we have the broccoli and cabbage. We'll do 2 rows. Romanesco broccoli. Very cool. It's a weird looking plant. Very interesting. Oh, good chunks there. Do 2 rows of these. Broccoli's very good. You never have too much of it. Alright, so that's it for the broccoli. Put some back because we're going to have some more plantings later on. Broccoli there. Alright. The next one we're going to do is purple cabbage. That'll look cool. And we'll do 2 rows of that. Really small seeds. We may need to thin these out. Maybe we can do another row like that too. Cabbage is very good for you. Still got some seeds left for later. And that leaves us to the kale. It's a superfood. And this, the blue kale, should be a nice little adding to the Russian red kale, which is a spectacular plant. Very tiny seeds this. And again, some left later on. So now we just need to cover up those trenches and give them the water. Just finishing up with the water. Nearly done. There we go. From letterbox to raised bed garden, kale, cabbage, broccoli and Swiss chard. How good's that? We'll track the progress of this in further videos.